today. But as time evolved, we have changed the attitude. And way back in 1998, when we started this organization, I suppose the office parents maybe around 25, 6 or around 26. Now most of us are 50 plus. And next jubilee will come after 25 years. Therefore, I would like to appeal to alumni, the students, the practicing, non-practicing lawyers, kindly contribute your articles, memoirs, town memory lands, old clippings, photos, anything is welcome. Unlike other jubilee time, we will debut full time, maybe next couple of months, covering all the events today, plus all the inputs by the alumni and seniors. And then maybe early next year, we will try to bring out the magazine, which will be a memorable one. I call upon the volunteers and speaker sir to release the Kelly Pro, we call it, advance copy, to show to the audience. Yes.
One. It's been a long wait, but before I start speaking, I must apologize for the 25 minutes that I came late. I wouldn't blame it on the traffic. It's the normal, usual traffic that we have in Kohima. But Honorable Chief Minister had requested me on short notice to attend a function on his behalf, and I was away to Konoma, and on my return, I was the chair of today's program is Grace. Thank you so much for leading us till now. My elder brother, president of the Nagaland Bar Association, and former Advocate General of Nagaland, Advocate Akito Jimomi. It's a pleasure and a great privilege to be here to share the same dais with my senior and one who has stood out in this profession for over 3 decades now. 𝐒𝐩𝐞𝐞𝐢𝐚, thank you for having me here. The president of the Nagaland Law Students Federation, the first president, Mr. 𝐒𝐩𝐞𝐢𝐚, and all the founding members of the Nagaland Law Students Federations who are here today. The organizing committee, our pastor from the 𝐒𝐩𝐞𝐜 Baptist Church, as well as our pastor from the 𝐾D Baptist Church, and all the law students who are here today. Once again, Jubilee greetings to each and every one of you. It gives me immense pleasure, and it is an honor to be here to speak to all of you. My topic is not given, so I will dwell a little bit on the points that my elder brother have shared with all of us earlier, and also share with all of you on the profession, on our profession, I should say, on our profession. So, you are all, I believe, studying law or students of law, with a hope that one day you will become good lawyers, some of you. Some of you may want to pursue law as an additional subject so that it helps you in your preparation for various other professions. Now, to those students and to those few members who are pursuing law for the various other reasons that you have, law is a subject. It's required in every field. And there is no dirt for hard labor, for the amount of sleepless nights that you are going to put in, for the number of books that you are going to read, and it is a continuing process. I did my law from Delhi University. I did a little bit of practices there in Delhi at 𝐒𝐩𝐞𝐜 Court. And thereafter, I was practicing in Dimapur District Court with some senior advocate. And during my time, when I was pursuing, as a fresh newcomer who had just passed out, and the Bar Council conducts a exam to issue a certificate of practice. We were, I think, the first batch to have that exam. So there is a process now. There is a process. So there is no shortcut, as what my elder brother had mentioned before me. There is no shortcut in this profession. It is a continuing process. And to reiterate that point, there are many law students here, and I'm sure you have come across this doctrine of separation of power. And I would like to speak with all of you, bringing that point, because that is the profession which I am pursuing now. And the chair that I'm holding, I have begun to realize that that is one subject which I did when I was a student, and now I'm living it. And it's very, very interesting. So as you're all well aware, every state has a legislative assembly. The legislative assembly has a separate independent secretary by virtue of the article which is there in the Constitution. So the doctrine of separation of power ensures that there is an executive, there is a legislative, and there is a judicial. Now there are times when I, as a speaker of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly, we come across various issues. Some has to do with administration, some has to do with government policies. Sometimes the thin line that separates the legislative aspect of the government process is somehow some intervention comes along. And that is when I realized that yes, the doctrine applies, and the establishment of the Assembly Secretariat for the information of the students is by virtue of Article 187, subsection 3, by which we have a Assembly Secretariat that is autonomous in nature. So we have the government, and we have the Government Secretariat, which is covered by another article, which the seniors are well aware, and we have the Assembly Secretariat, which is covered by the Article 187 plus 3. So why I'm sharing with you this? I'm sharing with you this because as a student of law, I have still not stopped my yearn for knowing, for learning, and that is what brings me to this topic that I'm sharing with you. It's a continuous process. Some of you, once you have completed your LLB degree, you would venture into the profession of the legal profession. And as rightly pointed out by my former speaker, you cannot expect things to be spoon-fed. It is not going to be an easy journey for any of you. Neither was it for me. My elder brother, with 30 years of practice, when he started, I'm sure it was not easy for him. He struggled. When I started, I struggled. Even though we come from different backgrounds, but we came through a phase when we had to struggle a lot. And with sheer hard work, dedication, and the determination to improve yourself, the determination and the yearn to learn more than others is what will define you, is what will define you, is what has defined my senior, our senior, the president of Nagaland Bar Association, who is one of the distinguished advocates in our profession. Now coming back to it, so there is no shortcut. And when you become lawyers, finally, you must understand one thing. No case is a bad case, or no case is a good case. It's what you will make out of it. Yes, you may take advices from your senior, you may consult your seniors with whom you are practicing. But it is what you will make out of that case that will determine whether that case is an exceptionally good case or is a bad case. And to determine that is how much you read, how much you know your subject, how confident you are of your subjects, so that you can confidently advise the clients, so that you can trustfully advise your clients. Now, the relationship with your client is one which will be based on integrity, on principle, and on many values that is enshrined in our professional ethics. No lawyer so far that we have is a bad lawyer or a bad advocate. Is how he or she has conducted himself or herself that has made him a bad lawyer or a good lawyer. So you see, end of the day, it comes back to you. Now I understand that our profession is not an easygoing profession. It's an expensive profession. We have to invest in the books we read. And so, I would like to take this opportunity to share with some of the senior advocates who are present here, some seniors, practicing advocates who are here, as well as to the law students, that we have a beautiful library, and I have ensured over the last 5 years that we keep all the relevant law books and all the High Court and Supreme Court case digests and all the relevant book that needs to be referred by a practicing advocate or by a student. And so you can make yourself available to use those facilities. There is a process, the formality that you need to do, and it is yours. It is for you to explore. And I know in this profession, cases that have been determined earlier, many years ago, are benchmarks in which we fight and justify our petitions. And so, there it is for you, free of cost, to refer, to take copies, for all of you to have equitable opportunity in making reference to those books. And now, I want to once again congratulate the organizing committee for having me here as your special guest. And once again, to share the same dais with my senior, it's a big privilege. I wouldn't dwell much on these subjects because it would not be right in front of my senior. And so, taking this opportunity, I once again congratulate the Nagaland Law Students Federation in achieving a milestone of 25 years. May you be the beacon of hope to all the law students and to our profession as well. Before I close up, I missed out 2 points actually. And I wouldn't take much time. As a student of law and as advocates in this profession, there is an additional responsibility in each and every one once you complete your LLB. Not only guiding the clients in the right direction, not only interpreting the provisions correctly and carefully to your clients, but we have that added responsibility of sharing the awareness, the legalities of many issues to our brothers and sisters from the rural population who form majority of the population of our state. Our services should not be confined to a niche percentage of the so-called educated populace, or those who have the means to afford our services. No, but we must spread the awareness on the legalities of many issues to our brothers and sisters once again from the rural populace. You see, our neighboring state of Assam, if you or any of your family members happen to buy a property in 𝐒𝐲𝐞𝐜 or 𝐒𝐩𝐿𝐼, the Jamabandi Patta which you get, it will not be written in English, it will be written in Assamese. And that is the depth of the legal profession and the studies that have gone into every aspect of their life. Let us collectively make an effort to do that. Starting with maybe translating our own village council acts into our own dialect. We do not deny that we have achieved quite a good literacy rate. Literacy rate does not always transcend itself into preparing educated people, because education is an ongoing process. Out of the 20-odd lakhs population that we have, don't forget that 75 to 80% of that population are in the village level. Now, how to make our profession, how to make our services available to our people at the village level is very important if we want to make our profession sustainable, and it is also a matter of survivability. So I think concerted efforts must be put in those aspects. We have the district consumer forums who are spreading awareness on many issues like the domestic violence, on narcotics. How many times have you seen those pamphlets translated in your own dialect? Now these are relevant issues which will determine the future of our state, the future of our community. So these are things which our fraternity must sit and discuss and impress upon the government to make policies that will not only help our people, but also make our profession more relevant. So with those few words, I will wind up my speech. But once again, thank you so much for having me, and may God continue to bless the Nagaland Law Students Federation, and may you all have a wonderful Jubilee. Thank you.